This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Want to report on J.K. Rowling's recent tweet about the transgender movement. Now, I know what you're thinking. It gets political, and it does a teeny bit. But I've been following this, and I've got an opinion now because something very interesting happened, and something I could say very confusing happened. First off, shout out to Josiah Rises, saw us on his channel, so thank you, sir. He doesn't need shoutouts. He got 12,000 subs in the last 2 days or something like that. But to be fair, why not? So here you're looking at J.K. Rowling's Twitter account. Haven't checked up in a very long time, so I can't remember what her follower count was at when I previously looked. But now it looks like it's going on 14 million, which is huge. And that's why I'm covering it. And that's why her opinion is relevant, because she's got a lot of people listening to her. So here's the tweet. And here's the problem I have. I don't have a problem with transgender people. Gotta repeat that. You are free to do what you want with your body and your life and your decisions. But one of the issues we have is language is getting manipulated now, and we don't have a clear way to define things. And one thing that's not clear by definition now is the word woman, which should be a very clear-cut definition across the board everywhere in the world. And this is what J.K. Rowling, as an author, nonetheless, takes issue with. She retweets what is somebody who said they can't define the word women, but then they have a video about women's rights. So, for clarity, what are you talking about? Can you say who's a woman if you're standing up for women's rights? So J.K. Rowling says, this morning you told the British public you literally can't define what a woman is. What's the plan? Lift up random objects until you find one that rattles? So the issue isn't really about transgender people and their rights. The issue for me is words being redefined. We need clear definitions, and this is a great case. So if you're going to have a law that helps women, well, what exactly is a woman and who falls in that category? I think it's a question that the side who is saying trans women or women have to answer, because I've got an answer. And my answer is the answer that's been around, I guess, for a really, really, really long time. Probably tens of thousands of years. And I'll stick with it for now. And this person here says, I used to defend you, saying that many of your opinions were taken out of context, especially after you published your open letter on your blog. But now, it's just sad to see my childhood hero going the path of hate, division, and contributing to even more pain and exclusion. Well, who's contributing to pain and exclusion? People are asking a question. So there's certain people who are saying, we support all women in a Women's Act. And the same people are saying that they can't define a woman. What's hateful about that? We want an answer to a fucking simple question. Nobody hates anybody. So that's just ridiculous. That's brainwashed. That's a brainwashed person to think they have to defend hate and defend people who aren't inclusive. I'm inclusive. Everyone's included. Come over, tell me your opinion, tell me what you think. Everyone's welcome based on anything about you. But if I ask you to define what you're saying, that doesn't make me hateful. That makes you actually a disruption to the peace, to the world, to people getting together. I mean, I think that's just the fact of the matter. So it looks like Lizard King here has a similar opinion as me. The world is not black and white. She's not hateful. She's questioning some ideas. Every new idea isn't good. In fact, most of the new ideas are terrible and need a lot of reconstruction. That is why the combination of both progressive and conservative people is excellent. Well, yeah, there you go. Not a bad point. The only problem is we have people on extremes. So we've got some people extremely left and extremely right. I'm not sure if that was the right way, by the way. Okay, you get what I mean. So if there were more people that could come to the middle, that would be the best. So if somebody like the guy up there is saying, oh, you're hateful, you're violent, you're sexist, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not coming in the middle. Coming to the middle might be something like this. Yeah, that's pretty fair. I mean, the person from the Equality Act made a contradiction, and it's pretty fair for them to explain what they meant in their morning statement because they contradicted themselves in the statement they made like 24 hours ago or 12 hours ago or something. So I'm not saying everything I could be, but I wanted to get my main opinion out there, my main point, which is if you can't define your own words, then you've got the problem with what you're saying, not the person who's confused about what you're saying. So on this channel, I'm usually doing celebrity news, pop culture, stuff like that, which this kind of is. So if you're not subscribed, consider it. Sometimes rough landings. The end of the video is not as important as the beginning, what I like to say. And if you don't subscribe here, consider it. If you don't consider it and you don't subscribe, well, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.